What up, peeps? Welcome back to the flip side. It's me on the camera again. Oh, look at him, he's so cringe. Oh, I even got my shirt on backwards. I'm wearing a t-shirt. It says Dunder Mifflin on my back. I got it backwards, so there's no letters, so it looks more legit. Oh, um, a lot of troll comments nowadays. Uh, so if you keep up with the clown show that we call society, oh, I still got my fan on. All right, it's quieter. There's a really bad thunderstorm going on. So, anyway, if you've been keeping up with the clown show called Society, you may have heard of the Black National Anthem playing at the Cheifs game. All of them getting all booed, and then they do the regular national anthem, and people are cheering to try and like counter that. And look at us, the big guys. We know what the national anthem is. And then after the freaking game, everybody went on Twitter and was even if they went to the game or not. You saw it on TV, probably more watching, but everybody went on Twitter. I didn't go on Twitter. Everyone was on Twitter and was like, the left wingers, they were like, how dare they boo the Black National Anthem? What a bunch of racists and da 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 da. And then you've got the right wing and conservatives being like, that's not the right national anthem. We know what the national anthem is, and it'll always, since 1776 or whatever, be the national anthem, and we're true Americans, not you, and blah blah blah. It's what it is. It's garbage. So you know what really fascinates me about these people that are so patriotic and so proud to be Americans, I'm kind of done talking about the liberal scene. I mean, you know exactly what to expect from him. I'll get to that in a second, but what am I saying? Oh yeah. You know what really fascinates me about these right wingers and these conservatives and people like that is that they don't really seem to have a perception. They don't really seem to know the difference or the similarities between doing this and doing this during the Nazi regime back in the old days in World War II. And doing this. I think this is the hand sign for Ingsoc. They'd go like this. The telescreen watching Goldstein. Watching the propaganda, the war propaganda. So, if you're not, it's all basically the same thing. People in the Nazi regime were doing this, and the people from 1984 were doing this, and the people in America are doing this. It's the same thing. Time to conform. Time to conform. I love the country, guys. Look at me. Look at me. I'm more patriotic than you, and I'm more patriotic than you, and I'm more patriotic than my mom and my grandma. I'm a true American. Which, by the way, that doesn't even make any sense because it's the United States of America, not America, because that's a continent. So what would an American really be called? In my view, a United States member. A United States member. Not a citizen of America. It's not called America. It's called the United States of America. So you got these people on the left just pulling these stunts, trying to grab your attention, and they feed off of it. Every time they pull a stunt like this, they're looking for the opposite side to get all angry and pissed off, and they're literally, oh yes, they're jacking off while they're literally watching the opposition get mad at them. They're like, yes, give us more attention. Look at you getting mad at us. Look at you. And then you're all the opposition from the left are giving them fuel to get it right back at them. You start to criticize them, they start to call you a racist and a sexist and a transphobe and a xenophobe and whatever the hell. And as soon as you're called that, you're done. So, get ratioed and all this shit. I don't know if you guys heard. There are people yelling, but so my reaction to all of this was, hey, look, more theater, more entertainment. You know, speaking of entertainment, the more stupid and foolish and clowny these acts get and these stunts get, the worse the USA society gets, the American society gets. So there's a trend where they pull off stupid stunts like this, and then there's always some cataclysmic event that that shatters the country, and this is so important. Right now, they got the new the sickness variant that started with the word C. They got the new string of that coming out. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna let's distract them with food and drink and entertainment while we concoct this stuff, and we prepare all the propaganda, and we prepare all of the shaming. You know, you should be more worried about this. You're not worrying about this enough. This is going to kill you. This is going to endanger the lives of your friends and family and neighbors. And it's all being concocted behind the curtain. Meanwhile, Act 1, they got the Kansas City Chiefs Black National Anthem going to distract us from what's really going on in this world. We don't know what's going to happen, but if you're smart enough, you'll see, and you'll see that shit is concocting. You know, here. Why don't we distract them with something stupid like let's make them get mad at a Black National Anthem at a football game. The football game's most American thing out there, and how could we ruin that? Well, little Timmy in the back said, I know how. Let's put a Black National Anthem before the real national anthem, and then we'll have people calling each other racists and everything else, and then we can pull off the real stuff, because they won't be expecting it, because they'll already be distracted from the other thing and all the other things before we shut down the country with the new strain, the neck strain. You know what I'm saying? I'm using a code. The new strain on my neck. And then, you know, people are gonna watch my video, and even after my predictions are probably right, after they're probably right, they're still gonna come to my comment section and be like, "Oh, you're not one of those people, are you? You're not one of those crazy conspiracy theorists, and you need to pick a side. You know, you need to be on the right side of history. And if you're not supporting Trump, if you're not supporting Biden, you need to get out of this country." And my family has said this to me before. I'm not saying who, but I've had family members say to me that if you're not supporting this country, then you need to leave. Go to Russia. But I got told to go to Russia. Or go to some country where it's anarchy and da 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 da. And here's the thing. We wouldn't be able to handle anarchy. People are too weak and stupid and reliant on the government to handle true anarchy. Okay? They don't want freedom. They want security. Okay? They want security in their American lives. When they're chanting freedom, they're chanting security. Meanwhile, they think they're doing this and putting their hand on their heart. That's another thing, to put their hand on their heart. And what they're really doing is doing this. And they're doing this. And whatever the hell else. So, what am I trying to tell you guys? I'm trying to tell you guys that don't get flustered by all these political machinations that they're pumping out. The more wacky it gets, the more distracting it is for the real shit coming out. The real stuff. And you ain't ready for the real stuff, trust me. I'm not ready for the real stuff, because I don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. But all we can do is think about it and prepare for the future of ourselves and our loved ones, because that's what truly matters. The politicians don't care about you. All they want to do is tell you about the things that you want. Now, you're going to get things that you want. And trust me, because I know better than you. I know what you want. You don't know what you want. I know what's good for you. I know. I'm just like you. I came from a hardworking American family. Well, all those old people that might have come from hardworking families, they have become so out of touch with the present middle and lower class. They don't know what it's like anymore. They're out of touch. The times they grew up in are no more. They're not looking out for you. They're looking out for themselves. They're career politicians, career criminals, because they steal from you and then they create solutions to the problems that they created. And they're worse. They're worse. That's the truth. But people are gonna come into my comment section and be like, "You're one of those people. Get out of here. One of those. Get your foil hat back on. You're not one of those people, are you? Those crazy conspiracy theorists. Those people that have never read a book before and you don't know anything about economics, and you don't know anything about history, and do you even know what went on during 1776 and the Civil War, and are you even supporting the LGBTQ? Do you even know anything about black history?" That's how it is. Wow, went on a rant there. So, I don't feel like I need to wrap it up yet, do you? I mean, you probably already clicked off this video, but anyway, or not. And I thank you for sticking around, but what am I trying to say? I've been trying to figure out what I'm trying to say. I just want to say, what do I want to say? What I want to say is, don't get distracted by these political machinations, because the more you're distracted, the more you're not ready for what's to come. The more distractions they can pump out, the more deluded they can make you into not knowing the truth, and you support me. We're not gonna have this happen anymore. Do you remember this event? And they're gonna say, yes, shackle me. Oh, I'll vote for you. I'll vote for you. There you go. You got my vote. You got my support. Make our lives worse. Please, just make our lives worse. Please. please steal from us without us knowing. Tell us all these things we want to hear and then never give it to us. Never! Never. All these false promises and the lobbying and the corruption. I don't hear anybody saying, we're going to root out corruption. And if they have, they're lying. Person like me, person like you, you think that you can change. You think that you can change anything about the society that we live in. You think that you're going to change this system. No, you're not. So stop trying, because they're going to stop you from trying. They already are. They've been. You can look at censorship, and you can look at cancellation, and there's always something like that in the past, because the past repeats itself. Back in the day, the workers used to freaking form unions. Guess what? They had union busters. They still do. They want to silence you, make you obedient to the system. Don't. You gotta play by the rules, but you also gotta be smart enough to also not. You know, you gotta know how to break the rules. You know what I'm saying? If you don't already know that most of the rules that the authorities set for us are to keep us locked away from achieving our true goals. And how they've done that to a lot of people is to brainwash them and have them hate on anybody else that doesn't agree with their worldview that was created by somebody else. People think I look like Andrew Tate. I got a mole right here. Andrew Tate does not. All right. I'm not bald yet. If I start losing my hair, I'm gonna shave it all off. But I don't have to worry about that anytime soon. I mean, what am I trying to say about Andrew Tate? I was on something about Andrew Tate. Oh yeah. Look at Andrew Tate, for example. He's a fucking puppet. He's a tool to try and stir up the masses. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a man, you have to do this, and you have to break the matrix. That's my best impression. You gotta escape the matrix, and they try to victimize these people that are manipulating you. The manipulation runs deep. You got these guys speaking out against the system and how to be a man and how to make money in 2023, and same thing with women, and then they get attacked by or they get attacked, and then we're like, oh my God, he did nothing wrong. He was just trying to improve the lives of young men, or she was just trying to improve the lives of young women. Little do the masses know that they weren't trying to help you at all. They were just trying to tell you things, try and spread a little bit of wisdom that they have to get you to pay them. Buy my course. Buy my course. Buy my course. Buy my course. I don't know where I'm going with this. I was talking about the Cheifs and the BLM, and then I get into these weird I get into these weird rambles about politics. Well, okay, so buy my course, but they're just spreading their political propaganda that's further diluting you from figuring out yourself. These people don't care about you. They're not trying to help you figure out your path in life. They're trying to get you to buy their course and make them money. And it's a losing game because the more you talk about them, the more you make videos on how they're bad people and why they're scamming you, the more attention they're getting. Same thing with how it works with Donald Trump. He's one of the most photographed men in America right now. And it's just helping him because the opposition is like, well, you don't know this and that, and I'm standing with Trump. I don't care what they do. Da 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 da. They can do everything that they want, but he's winning in 2024, and he won in 2020. I don't care what you say, and things like that. And see, if you want the opposition, whatever your opposition is, if you want your opposition to not to lose, or at least not get any bigger or get any more traction, don't give them attention. This is about what I said earlier. You're giving them fuel to hate you back and point your fingers and saying, why are you hating me? What, you're so obsessed with me, and this is what's wrong with you people. You're always so obsessed with being right and stuff like that, and it's bullshit. You gotta look from both. You gotta look at both sides and be a peer. If you don't want to be lost in the matrix, you don't want to buy the course. You don't want to buy the course. You don't want to hate you don't want to give the opposition attention. You just want to observe. What's the thing from Madagascar for the penguins? Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Yep. What you got to do to succeed, you got to focus on yourself. You got to help your friends, your family, your community, your neighbors. And that's how you be a good human on this planet. Not go out and vote for Biden 2024. And with all that said, I'll see y'all next week back on the flip side. Peace.